1 month ago, my wife and I immigrated to Canada, just in time before a special someone took office. Can I get a little commotion for the fine timing? Anywho, like I said, we've been here for a month, but we were staying in an Airbnb. The plan was to give ourselves 30 days so that we can find the perfect place to call home. And because we accomplished most things we set our minds out to do, we did that. So, cheers to moving day. So not only is it the day that we finally get to move in, there was a snowstorm last night. Fun! And make it so bad, I was just in Montreal saying, wow, Toronto looks nothing like this, not knowing that a snowstorm was on the way. So honestly, everyone in Toronto, blame me. I shouldn't have been talking about how much snow Montreal had. But even still, the weather here hasn't been bad at all. I think since everyone knew we were coming from somewhere warm, we were told to brace ourselves. So now it's just not as bad as we expected it to be. But back to moving day. There's just not enough time in the day to complete everything we have to do today. Our first stop this morning is going to be the key exchange. That's scheduled to take place at our new home at 9:30 a.m. We're supposed to meet our realtor there, but again, with the snowstorm, she just couldn't make it. Understandably so. So yeah, stay safe, queen. We also had an inspector meeting us at the key exchange. So through Buki's job, they gave us some resources. And one of the resources was this company that would help us with our move. So we'd have a realtor through them and an inspector. They will look over the lease, help in that form. But we ended up finding our own realtor. So the company only ended up being useful for the inspection part. All that to say, yeah, he's meeting us there and we're meeting the landlord there. Remember that long list of items I said we had to do today? And remember when I said the key exchange was our first stop? Yeah, before we go to the key exchange, we have to go to Canada Border Services Agency. And that's because we were standing on procrastination instead of business. 2 days ago, we just got our insurance cards and we just exchanged our licenses. And now it's time to register the car. Oh, and did I mention we have to meet our movers at 10:30? At this point of the day, I didn't record much, but to make a long story short, the key exchange did not happen at our house, but we got the keys. We got to the movers on time, met with the inspector, everything looked good.
Doing amazing, sweetie!
Okay, so at this point in the day, the movers are at our house unloading everything off the truck. Our realtor sent us some balloons, how sweet. But what you don't see is our initial reaction to us walking into our new home. It was so disgusting. I was so defeated. I called so many cleaners, but of course no one was available because of the snowstorm. If I'm being honest, it wasn't that dirty, but it was just clearly not cleaned. So it was disgusting. So while Buki started handling some of the cleaning tasks, I needed to do a little retail therapy to get my mind back on track. Moving day was just giving underwhelming. So after shopping, I was immediately refreshed and ready to take on the task of cleaning this place top to bottom. Don't get me wrong, we were going to do it anyways. The fact that it was obviously dirty annoyed me. So if you're wondering why we had our shoes all over the house, it's because it needed to be cleaned anyways, especially after having movers come in and out. So yeah, we do have a little bit of home training here. As you can see, the first part of the house that we decided to tackle is the living room. Now that I think about it, why did we not start with the bedroom? Questions that need answers, but anywho, we've never had a living room this big. Also, we've never rented a house before. I personally love just living in an apartment building. However, Buki does hate it. I let her convince me to rent a house. And honestly, I'm not mad at it. I do need help. What would you put in front of these windows here? I was thinking about either a reading nook or a bar cart, but I've never done this before. I need help, okay? And honestly, a modular couch is the way to go if you don't already have a couch. But it's coming together so cutesy, and obviously it's a work in progress. So far, so good. So make sure you're following along to keep up with the rest of our journey.